All right, does the Divot and the Diva prepare and deliver dinner to the David Guy family? Or do we bask in the glory of playing the birthplace of the LPGA Tour, Rolling Hills Country Club in Wichita, Kansas?
Don't you wanna know?
Also, did me and the Diva play Pebble Beach today with the help of Parker Austin? Don't be late to this tee time. Let's get started. All right, welcome back and thanks for joining us today. I am Jay, and alongside Susan, we are the Divot
And the Diva.
All right, so we're on a mission, a big mission to get to 1,000 subscribers. So hit that subscribe button now. Also like us, make a comment. While you're at it, share us with your village of peeps. Our sponsor for today's episode is Friends University. At Friends, they have more than 60 degree options. I call that career versatility. And they have your career field. They also have scholarships for every undergraduate, and they are the top-ranked Christian college in the state of Kansas. We also want to invite along as a sponsor Ameriprise Financial, and Scott Nelson. We're glad to have him as a sponsor as well. So visit Friends University at friends.edu. That's friends.edu. Our podcast is back on the road today as we search for fun and entertainment.
Entertainment, at
Oh,
least.
this has been such a thrill for us today. We're honored to be with Parker Austin. He's the owner and operator of Golf Hut in Derby, Kansas, with his brother Peyton. The Austin name is very prevalent, not only here in Wichita and Kansas, but all over the world. Parker's father is Woody Austin. He's won 4 times on the PGA Tour and 4 times on the Champions PGA Tour. So,
Bravo,
Parker,
Woody.
welcome.
Appreciate it. Thanks for having me. Thanks
All
for
right.
coming down to my humble abode.
I know, it's awesome. We've
We
loved it.
are here. I was so impressed when we walked in because Parker and his brother Peyton have an amazing pro shop here in Derby, Kansas at the Golf Hut. They have fashion, they have golf accessories, they've got golf clubs. Parker's a great golf instructor. He's actually done a good job here in the last
know.
hour and a half or so
Giving me some
with
tips.
the Diva. He didn't say anything to the Divot, which I'm wondering if he doesn't like me already. I mean, a
you'll-
lot of people believe that.
Some
You'll
things-
find out. You played good.
some things are
you hit
different.
good
Oh,
shots.
there you go.
I
You
hit a
played
few
good.
few good shots, and I appreciate that. But we're so honored to be here. They have 2 simulator bays here at the Golf Hut. The technology here with TrackMan is absolutely amazing. We're going to get more into that. But before we dive into simulator golf,
Yeah,
Parker,
come on.
we have to take care of
business.
some business.
Very
And
important business.
basically,
I may not
what
be
our
able to play
viewers
golf, but
need to know is the Diva won the 4th major championship pick'em contest. And now let's get back to
excuse
Parker.
me,
Why?
I did not just win.
I heard you.
I kicked ass.
No, you say. I heard it was
ass.
pretty impressive.
I kicked ass. Okay, so total score 83.
Okay, we got to
The
put
next
this into perspective, though.
closest was 335,
Oh.
and David 447. The actual golf pro. And I had a
may
strategy.
or may not have been
Yes. So
a landslide
I think you're-
victory,
Is that what
as
I'm
you
saying? I
could say.
kicked ass.
I think you're clairvoyant or something because you had to have had
No.
some kind of tribal knowledge.
I played in bare feet on the earth, and that helped me. No, the strategy was simply this time make the cut. Because I
yeah.
had 3 that did not make the cut the last time we did this pick, and I got demolished. So this time, that's strictly
Well,
what
let's
it
see,
was
let's
about.
see. Well-
Yes, and this is how they finished. So these are their finishing spots, and if they didn't make the cut, they just kept their number. So David
yeah.
had 3 that did. Right, 3 that did not make the cut. Jay had 2 that did not make the cut, and all of mine made the cut.
Oh,
so
that's
making
how you do
the
it right
cut
there.
matters. Just stay in the game, and you have a chance.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
I kicked ass. Thank you so much. So
You
we
said
will
that
be
3
playing
times now.
around.
Your
'Cause
mother and
how many times
father-
did you say you picked number 1 the last time around? Because
I
he
like
did.
this,
He
yeah.
picked number
Yeah,
1
I
last
picked
time.
Wyndham Clark. He was on my
how do
team
you
and he
beat
won
that?
the U.S. Open. So
How do you beat that?
I
It's
kinda-
hard to beat, but
kind of
Yeah.
dominated.
consistency wins, and you were the most consistent.
She
So
really
I checked
was. She
stats
really
on
was.
making the cut of their career, PGA career, and then of the year 2026.
The
This is
one
how
I can't
decided.
figure out is why nobody picked Xander.
Xander Schauffele. Well,
He is like 19 for 20 on making the cuts in majors in his
okay,
career.
yeah. Well, there were
And
100.
he's like 9 for 9 on the Open.
I know, but there were like 100 and some names, and I can only
I
do
know.
so much math and check so many things.
I was just
so.
surprised. Obviously, you won. You knew as you were talking about. I was surprised nobody else took him.
I also try to pick names that, like, I've picked Ryan Gerard, and he did well for
been
me
playing
the
good.
first time I won.
been playing good.
So I kind of went back with him. Anyway, there were reasons for that, but
All that,
So
all
we'll
that
be-
matters is
Right.
a W is in front of your name
I
for that
won.
one.
And so
Yeah.
we'll be playing a round of golf.
Yeah, because
on
we had a
David Guy.
wager. We had a
we did.
wager with David Guy, and the wager was it was
either one of
kind
us
of
win,
tilted
but yeah.
towards us, so we
Okay.
had the fighting chance. So the wager is if either Susan or I won, then we would play Rolling Hills
Right.
Country Club in Wichita, Kansas, the birthplace of the LPGA Tour. And if David won, we
Yes,
would
meaning me.
prepare and deliver dinner for the growing Guy family.
You're not a
And-
cooker? You don't like to
He's
cook?
not, no.
Oh, well, I'll
He'll grill
cook
like he's some,
outside
yeah,
on the
he will
smoker.
grill.
But you know what? I think
But
as good winners, maybe we should do the dinner thing anyway. That would be kind of fun.
Not instead of the round of golf.
No,
but
no.
with the
Oh,
round.
no, no,
When
no,
in
no.
tandem, I think that would be
Yeah,
perfectly fine.
I think that would just,
As a gracious gesture,
Yeah.
David, I will cook your family dinner.
yeah,
You're
and
welcome.
I'll help deliver it.
And that means we are not playing on January 4th at 5:45 a.m.
That'd be,
that was
that'd be
his-
That's what he
too cold and
threatened.
too early
That's
for
what
me.
he threatened.
That was
There'd probably be
his.
frost on the ground. I'd pass.
I know.
That was his
Hard pass.
rule of the wager. So
Okay,
anyway,
there
the
we go.
British Open was played for the
Okay.
11th time at Royal Birkdale Golf Club in Southport, England. And congratulations to the Diva because she won the 4th major. She won the Masters and the British Open.
2 for
so the
4.
bookends. And so I won the PGA Championship in the U.S. Open.
Yes.
So we go through the winter months wondering, okay, how can we break this tie? So we'll pick it up with the Masters again in 2027.
Okay.
You could
So there
just
you
do
go.
the FedEx Cup Championship.
I was
There's only
thinking
about
about
30
that.
players you could choose from.
Yeah.
That would be so much
And
easier
they're all
for
on
me.
the same playing field now, which
That'd be
is,
good.
in my opinion, not
You're-
ideal, but
You-
that's for a different.
You're right. Because if you win
Yeah, we
that
don't-
last tournament, you win the FedEx Cup.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Which
I,
is-
I do not like the format anymore. I'll
Yeah.
just leave it at that, unless we talk
Did you
about
like
it
the
later.
format where Scotty started at 10 under and
Well, I'd rather
Oh.
have that than them on the same playing field. Do I think that was great? No.
Yeah.
But it was better than what currently is because there is no way Scotty ever should have lost last year.
no,
Zero way.
Yeah.
He was landslide above everybody all year. Nobody could even be close to him. But the fact that he finishes, like 5th instead of 1st, he doesn't win.
right. Are you a fan of match play?
Yeah, I like match play.
Okay.
Match play's really fun.
I think something should be
They need to, but back
Designed
to, yeah.
with
But I
match
think
play.
if they're going to keep it where the winner, they should go back to what it was before people started at, where it was 2 separate things. You could win the tour,
Mm-hmm.
and then the FedEx was separate, and it was still
Oh,
based off
as
of
a
like
tournament.
points.
Right.
Yeah,
Just
so
a
like it was a
tournament.
separate tournament
Correct.
that still counted towards the FedEx.
Sure.
And it
Right.
was still, I think, double or triple points like it is. That's better than any of the other iterations.
Yeah, no.
Because
Yeah.
if
All
it
on
is
one
their
is hard.
season-long race,
Yeah.
and it's how you do all season long.
Right. Not just one.
Somebody shouldn't. Obviously, yes, they've done something because they're in the top 30. But that 30th person, if they're like millions of points behind one, shouldn't be able to beat
Right.
them on 1 week. We know how golf is.
Yep.
That's players. Somebody can get hot for a week or two and carry it over.
Right.
Yeah.
But all
Right.
year long, nobody was even close to Scotty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
He
mean-
never should have been able to lose.
Ryan Fox. I can't remember where he was on the world rankings before the British Open, but let's say that was the Tour Championship.
Yep.
Would you really consider Ryan Fox as the best player, the FedEx champion? Probably
No.
not. Probably not. All right. We'll have to. This is good banter.
There we go.
This is good banter.
Sorry if I took
no,
that
no, no.
off
The
track
apple
for a
doesn't
second.
fall far from the tree because your dad, Woody, loves to talk about this kind of stuff. So, what are we here to talk about? We're here to talk about simulator golf. So, 10 years ago, if someone told you one of the fastest growing segments in golf would involve hitting golf balls indoors, most golfers probably would have laughed at you. Today, simulator golf is really exploding. And some golfers are playing more rounds inside than they are outside. So today we're talking to a guy who has built a business around it with his brother, Parker Austin, along with his brother Peyton from the Golf Hut in Derby, Kansas. So whose sensational idea was the Golf Hut, and who had to be talked into it?
I would say originally, actually, it was probably my brother. Kind of when we got out of high school, college-ish, kind of had the idea for a while. Obviously, something like this takes a long time to come into fruition.
Right.
And then, as crazy as it was, just stuff fell into our lap, and then honestly just getting, not that we had to, but getting the support from our dad.
That's what I was going to ask.
Not
if Mom and
necessarily
Dad were good with
saying
it.
we needed their help, but just getting the backing and support from them, obviously, was probably the biggest thing. And then, just like anything in life, sometimes certain things just have to go
work.
your way.
It's true.
In all honesty, it took 3 tries before finally getting this spot at least and getting it going.
Yeah. Well, if you look at most of the greats, there's a lot more failure than there is success. And then finally something really does happen.
So I'd say originally it was his idea. Obviously, he wanted me to get on board.
He didn't want to do it by himself.
No, and he's, like I said, he's more the golfer. He gets all that.
Okay.
Obviously, I get it too, but I'm more the business. I went to school for business, so.
Oh, that works out well.
Yeah, so I went to school for business management, so.
And does Mom play golf?
Very, very rarely.
Mom doesn't. Mom's more of a spectator than a golfer.
Yeah, more of a spectator. I mean, she does every now and then when she goes and travels, but very rarely.
Oh, okay.
She usually
Leaves
sticks
that
to
to the boys.
watching and
Yeah.
Well, she was obviously a spectator back in the 90s
Yeah.
because that's how she met your dad.
Oh yeah,
At
so.
at Reflection
Reflection
Ridge Golf
Ridge,
Club.
yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
So, yep.
Super cool.
But yeah, so I wouldn't say it was
Okay.
like necessarily anything crazy that we had to, but just getting the support from them. Definitely.
Because we were
helped.
talking earlier, and they come in. Woody comes in when he's in town, and Mom will come in and straighten and clean, and
Oh, yeah.
if she has
Like I
nothing
said,
better
the main
to
thing,
do.
like I said, obviously anybody else who listens who's a business owner, I mean, upfront costs when you first start. So trying to keep it as low as possible. So me and Peyton just work, and then obviously they're free help. So
Right.
we get a day off here and there.
Yeah. Most people say it takes 3 years for a business to break even.
Yep.
Right.
Just
so
about
you
there. And
feel
if
like
you can
you're
make
losing
it,
money, losing
Yeah.
money until you start actually breaking
Yeah,
even.
about there, and then that's also like I said. If you can usually make it to 3 years as a small business, you're like at least I wouldn't say like boom rate, but your success rate of not failing essentially goes up dramatically if
Yeah.
you make it to. And we're just over 2, so we're getting
Okay.
closer.
Just about there. Okay.
Yep.
Awesome. That's really cool. Okay.
You know, one of the things the Diva and I have learned is that financial planning isn't about numbers at all. It's about having someone who takes the time to understand what's important to you. That's exactly why we enjoy working with Scott Nelson at Ameriprise Financial. From our very first meeting, Scott made it all about us, our goals, our questions, and what we wanted for our future and what that looked like. He didn't hand us a cookie cutter plan. He created a financial strategy built around our needs. He helped us build an investment portfolio that is truly diversified. He talked through ways to help protect us from life's uncertainties, which certainly come about. And Scott continues to meet with us on a regular basis to make sure we're still on track as life changes. And here's something we really appreciate from Scott. Even when we're not sitting across the table from him, we can access our accounts and financial tools anytime to see how we're doing. What does it do for us? It gives us tremendous confidence knowing we have a plan that's been created just for us. and a financial advisor who's there when we need him. So if you're looking for personalized financial advice from someone who truly cares about your future, we'd encourage you to reach out to Scott Nelson with Ameriprise Financial. Contact Scott today at rscott.nelson@ampf.com. That's rscott.nelson@ampf.com. I will leave his contact information in the description below. The Divot and the Diva is proud to partner with Scott Nelson at Ameriprise Financial. Now back to the Divot and the Diva.
So my curiosity is, who do you think uses simulators most? So, I asked earlier, so we'll see what he says now, but men versus women, older versus younger, newer versus older players. Now, no, I'm not talking age, but so age-wise, but also how long they've been playing. Who do you think utilizes the simulators?
That's a good question. I think it varies where you're at.
Yeah.
Obviously, like if you're in, let's say, in Arizona or a California or a Carolina,
The retirees or
but just they have more better weather year round.
oh, gotcha. Okay.
Whereas
right.
a place like Kansas, there's 3 to 4 months of the year where it's not, let's say, very fun to go outside and play golf.
No, Jay, before I came along, he would hang up his clubs in October.
1st of November.
First of November and not pick them up again.
I think that's part of it. As weird as it sounds, location's part of it.
Oh, yeah. Makes sense.
As crazy as it is, I wouldn't say it strictly deals with age, but I think you do see a little bit more older also because, once again, like we're in Kansas, if it's 110 degrees outside...
No, thank you.
Especially as our bodies get older, we can't handle that heat as much. So you see them come. I mean, obviously you see it with all ages. Like, people don't want to be out when it's 110 degrees.
Yeah,
Now
it's
they
too
can do
much.
the same thing while it's cooler, not as hot. And then as demographic, like men versus women, at least in our experience, I would say it's probably like, I don't know, 65-35, give or take.
And he might be being generous to us women because...
I'll put it this way, at least where we're at. That's
Okay.
what we see.
Yeah.
And I think, and we talked about it a little bit earlier, I just don't think, one, there's as many, unfortunately,
Women
there's not as
golfing.
many women
Yeah,
golfing,
female
but
golf, yes.
also in here versus outside, it can feel like, even though there's not, it can feel like there's a lot more eyes on you because you're in a confined space
Right.
and you can't just kind of be doing your own thing.
Right.
So
Yeah.
I think there's multiple aspects that kind of varies who it is, but I just think the main thing is this is something, if you don't live in a climate that you can play outside all year long, this gives you that chance to
Right.
play all the time regardless.
And tell me about the technology that you have. Like, why did you choose the equipment you chose, the mat, because we've got simulators in our club, and we've been in a couple of private simulators, so in people's homes, the golf, the putter, friends of ours, putting friends
Golf
of ours.
Lab, yep.
Golf Lab. Yes, we've been in their simulator, so why'd you choose what you chose?
As cliche as it is, the main ultimate reason behind it, obviously, yes, you can use it for entertainment, but our first initial goal was be like golf related, right? Like we want it to be strictly for golf,
Okay.
whether that's teaching entertainment too, but teaching fittings and all that. And there is a name that is usually connected to that more than others, which is TrackMan.
Okay.
There's a reason you always see, hey, this is powered by TrackMan when you see the tour guys.
Ah, yes.
You always see them with their orange track. It's either that or there's like there's another one that's starting to make its way out there. But when you first, it was all TrackMan. They would all
Okay.
have their own.
It's a front
powered by
runner.
TrackMan.
Yeah.
And yes, obviously it's the name that gets thrown around, but it is also, we've gone to the show and we've seen it. Obviously everything's really close. Like we're talking super fine margins. But when we're talking about golf specific monitors and simulators, TrackMan is the way to go when it comes to strictly golf.
Because it
And-
gives you the best data.
yeah, and that's why we
Feedback.
went with it first.
Okay.
Obviously, it's more expensive and stuff, but
Okay.
you definitely pay for the quality, the accuracy, and we'll have sometimes where we'll just get people because they know we have TrackMan.
Oh.
So they know it's higher quality. It's not something that's
Right.
going to give you false information to where like, oh, why is in here it's doing one thing and then outside it does a different thing.
That's funny you should say
That's
that
golf.
because we have TrackMan at our, and the first time Jay played in a simulator, it was first couple of times. It was the funniest thing I ever saw. He goes, "This isn't right. That's not true. I don't think this is accurate." I'm like, does it really work? I think it was just the whole concept. I mean, he grew up outside in the dirt, on the grass, in the
Like
fields.
I said, it's
so it's weird.
new.
It's different.
Yeah, it's different. It's definitely different. Will I say it's actually like 100% transparent, like from inside to outside? No, because you're not hitting off the grasses and whatnot and
Right.
wind and stuff.
Right.
But in terms of numbers, it is about as close as you can get to being outside.
We're talking to Parker Austin, along with his brother Peyton, owners and operators of the Golf Hut in
Peyton's
Derby.
not here, so he's not really talking. But
Yeah.
Yeah,
He
but
can
we're
in
repping him.
spirit and
We're
Yeah,
repping him.
we want to bring Peyton along here,
in
right?
spirit.
So if somebody never came in here before, they walked through the door, what do you want them to experience as they come into the Golf Hut?
Biggest thing is just customer service. And as cliche as it is, treat others how you'd want to be treated.
Okay.
You want a good experience. I think, unfortunately, in the golf space nowadays, it's just big retailer for the most part, especially in Kansas. Obviously, you have your other places which has like an actual PGA Superstore and whatnot, which is a little bit different. But like in terms of us, we have like Shields, we have Dick's, stuff like that where they have the product. And nothing against them, I just don't think they have the service or the expertise. And I think when it comes to that, also they only push brand new, like new. You got to get new. You got to spend the most money. Whereas with me and my brother, I could care less if it's my most expensive item or my cheapest item. If your experience is good and you enjoy it, you will come back and make up that difference.
Right.
And
I
that's just-
started with the Wilson set that Jay got off online. And, when I first started, I didn't know if I'd like golf, let alone be
Yeah.
able to play it or want to continue playing it. So I'm like, I played with this
Yeah.
lovely little set of Wilson clubs. And they
Yeah.
were good when they were good. And now I would never go back to them. But
Yeah,
it was
like
great.
I said, it's just a service thing.
Yeah, okay.
At the end of the day, obviously we have expertise too, but even, and this is more personal, even if I went to somebody who, let's just say they have 85% of the expertise versus 100%, if I still enjoy and have a
Right,
lot better
'cause
experience
right.
with that person than the other person, I will still be doing that with the 85%.
Because it's about the relationship.
Exactly.
It's about,
Especially
the
here, being a
connection.
small business.
Right.
The amount of regulars we have already and say they won't go anywhere else, that's all I could care about.
Customer service is,
Becoming a
a
thing of
dying-
the past.
Yep.
yeah, it's a dying dinosaur. I mean,
Kill me.
you know, I want to talk to my credit card company, and you call them up, and
Oh.
it goes through
You can't talk
5
to a person.
stages.
You can't
of
talk to a
press
person
1
anymore.
or press 2.
I
or,
just want to say human. For human,
Yeah.
press 0.
I know.
You can't even do that.
I know you can't do
Even
that
it's like
anymore.
if you want to talk to somebody, say agent or representative, and then you still have to go through 3 more steps.
And do you find yourself talking louder?
Because you get more angry.
I am just get so frustrated. I want a freaking customer service rep. No, don't. I'm not going to tell
No.
you what my
He's
issue
talking
is.
to a
I'll tell the
computer
live
like
human.
that.
Yeah, no,
Oh my
I do the same
gosh.
thing. I do the exact same
And
thing.
I
I
don't-
can't stand
I
it.
really don't get mad on the golf course. I mean,
But on
every
the
now
phone,
and then.
man,
But man,
wow.
you get me on the phone
Holy
with
crap,
with
it's hilarious.
automated systems,
I'm the
and I'm
same
like,
way.
Put the
give
phone
me
down and back
customer
away.
service.
I'm the same way, and I don't really like talking to people in general. Like if I don't know them, like
Right.
I just how I am.
Yeah.
But still, I want to talk to somebody when I'm trying to figure
Sure.
something out.
Right. I agree.
All right. So what else can people experience when they come into the Golf Hut? We've talked about the simulators. You give lessons. They can play Pebble Beach. They can play.
What can
It's
they
not.
play? What
It's
can
not
they play?
called Augusta National. It's called I don't know Augusta Country Club or
I don't
something.
know. That'll be one that'll never probably ever see the light of day on a simulator unless
Yeah.
somebody kind of like makes
they
it.
are-
Well, makes it themselves, but has to change a
Actually,
few
at our
things.
place, you can, but it's under it's not under
it
Augusta
has to be
National.
under a different name.
Yeah.
There's certain aspects that
It's
have to be
adjusted.
changed. It can't be a carbon copy.
Oh, that's why.
So
Okay.
when we walked in, I mean, you've got apparel, you've got accessories. So talk about the retail end of it.
Like I said, our main goal was just to be kind of a one-stop shop that isn't big retailer, to where we have a little bit of everything. So, and it's not like we have a ton, but enough to be able to dip your toes in everything. Like you said, all apparel, whether it be a basic hat or just a glove or something. And then actually I would say the biggest thing outside the simulators that actually helps us is the club work side. Not a lot of people want to actually do the club work. Not that it's hard.
Meaning
it's just meaning
practice?
like no.
What do you
we re-grip, we can re-shaft. If a head falls off or breaks, we can fix it.
Right.
So that's honestly probably very close, if not sometimes during the certain seasons,
Yeah.
brings in the most than anything in the shop.
Yeah.
Because there's not a lot of people that'll do it. Whether, I don't know why. It's not hard. It can be a little tedious, but that's, especially during golf season, the amount of clubs I've actually seen come in this store broken that I never would have thought been possible.
What breaks? The shaft? The head comes off the shaft?
People get mad a lot more frequently than you think, but also
It's a game.
But also heads fly off. That's just natural.
Okay.
Especially sometimes
Well,
when
if your club had speed, maybe.
well,
not
it's,
mine.
it's not necessarily a speed thing. I mean, with Kansas getting so hot, sometimes they'll just leave them in their cars.
Oh,
Well,
expanding and contracting and doing
when,
things like
when
that.
you leave something that's metal with glue
Yeah.
in a car that's 110 degrees, eventually
Right.
sometimes it does give out.
Sure.
It's just how it is.
Yeah.
But honestly, that's probably one of the biggest things is being able to re-grip and fix all people's clubs, honestly. So,
Yeah.
and then the retail comes in waves. When you're in season, it's pretty big. Obviously, when you're out of season,
They have shoes too, by the way.
But when you're out
Quite
of
the
season,
assortment.
obviously, it's more
Right,
simulator
right,
related.
right.
So it kind of ebbs and flows with certain aspects of the seasons.
And how much time would I have to spend in the simulator to get better? A week, do you think?
Like
If I
straight,
wanted
or
to
how
get
many
beat,
times per week?
No, just whatever. Like how much time in a week's time? I mean, I would assume I would need to do something every week to get better.
I mean, usually, it really depends. Like I said, when we're giving lessons, and this is what we tell people too, it depends how much work you can do outside of the lesson. This game is a full body sport that requires a lot of brain power and muscle memory. So it comes down to we can go over something on one day, but if you can't get your body used to it, so if you can't keep being consistent and stuff, the more frequently you're in, the better, if that makes sense.
Yeah. So everybody learns at a different rate and a different way.
And it
so,
depends on how much you're willing to get better.
Yeah. Right.
There's been times where, and like I said, I've seen it both ways. A person who comes in, let's just say every Tuesday or something for a month, but they work on it 2 or 3 other times outside they come back.
Okay.
They seem to progress a lot faster and quicker than, let's say, somebody who comes in on a Tuesday. Well, then, which I know life's busy and it happens, but then they come in the next Tuesday and we ask them, hey, were you able to do? I wasn't able to do anything.
Right.
So
Right.
3/4 of the time to half the time we're working on the same stuff from the last week to get it still.
That's why you're
trying
having to repeat yourself to me
and
all
then
the
move
time.
on from there. So, and
Groundhog
obviously
Day.
everybody's naturally gifted more than others too.
Right,
So like
right.
some people,
Oh, right.
But in terms of just like a time frame wise, if you can just be more and more consistent, the more
Okay.
you can swing a golf club, the quicker you usually can pick up on things.
Okay. That makes sense.
And it is now Monday in Kansas at noon. If you can hear the tornado
Yeah,
sirens.
the horns blaring.
Yes, our cousin calls it the whistle. The
Yeah,
whistle.
the
I'm like,
whistle.
that's not a whistle.
Anybody from out of town who comes in and they're like, "What's going on?" I'm
Nothing.
like,
Nothing.
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 That's just Kansas
Just
for you
ignore it.
at noon.
There may or may not be a tornado coming at
Nothing.
noon
It's
on
fine.
Monday.
Check
I
the
don't
sky.
know.
Go outside
Yeah.
and check the sky.
But then go again 20 minutes later. It could change in
That's
Kansas.
what we do here.
So 5 or 10 years ago, simulator golf was really pretty much a novelty. What changed?
Oh, I just think obviously technology always changes. They always try to find ways to improve stuff. But I think obviously there's that TGL thing which happened, which obviously am I a super fan? I mean, it's cool, but it definitely brought in more fans, and we're like, oh, this is something we could possibly.
Oh, that's the league, the indoor
that's that
league.
Indoor with Tiger.
Oh, I know,
all
with the
them.
rotating. It's so cool.
It is cool. It
I
is
think
very
it's
cool.
just
But not
cool.
everybody's going to be able to do that.
No,
But I think
of course not.
part of that, and then part of just like I said, people wanting to be able to play year round.
Right.
Who can't, let's just say, now there's a lot of people with money who retired who like, I'll go to Florida for
right.
2 months or 3 months
not
or
everybody
whatever.
does that.
But I think some of your other states just wanting to be able to do some sort of golf year round has definitely helped.
And COVID.
COVID, obviously.
But, I mean, we weren't supposed to be indoors around each other.
So
but
COVID helped the golf game, I think, grow.
In general.
In general, in terms of, because at first it was the only thing you could do.
'Cause you were
you were
outside.
outside and not on top
and you
of
could
each other.
social distance.
So COVID definitely helped the golf industry in general.
Yes, I think so.
And then, like I said, I just think over time, just wanting to play more and more, especially in states that you weren't allowed. I wouldn't say allowed to, but whether not really allowing you to be out all the
right,
time,
in that regard.
kept pushing more and more indoor stuff just to be like, hey, this game is growing really, really big because of COVID. This is just personal opinion. Obviously, I don't fully know, but COVID made it really, really big.
Yeah.
How can we at least maintain this like year round in places where they can't necessarily golf outside year round, if that makes sense?
Right.
Because that's all you could do at the time was golf outside. Well, Kansas, you might get 7 to 9 months where you can do that, and the other, unless you're a psycho, which there are some
No.
that go out when, but you won't catch me out there when it's 30.
No, Jay, how
And
do you
very
feel
rarely
about
will you
that?
catch me out there if it's 110, unless it's
Yeah.
my only time I can golf.
Yeah.
I know. Now that I live on a golf course, we now live on Reflection Ridge, and when you have a wife that is
He's trying to
absolutely
golf more than once
obsessed
a week.
with playing golf, I mean, I pinch myself every day for many reasons when it comes to her, but that one's up there as well. I used to of course, I used to hunt during the winter. I don't hunt anymore, but I would take November through February off, and I wouldn't touch a club, not even on a 55-degree day with no wind.
Oh, but me, I'm out there.
Oh, I see. I would be out in Kansas. You take advantage when it's
No,
55 and no
too.
wind.
But I used to play so much golf from March
Yeah.
through October. My body, my brain needed a break, and I love to
absolutely.
hunt.
Sometimes you
Still-
need a mental break from this game.
You really do. You really do. So that's kind of what I did. But now, and the weather pattern has really changed over the years. And
You can't follow
in
the
December,
calendar
there's probably
quite.
10 or 15 days that easily you
Right.
can go out and play golf.
Yeah. You can't follow the.
January and February are a little different, but no, the weather patterns have changed, and now I find myself playing, some 12 months out of the year.
I know that too. I think too that there's that when golf started to grow, and then somebody got the idea, hey, let's be able to play all the time, no matter what the weather is and what state you're in, or regardless. And then let's do it better. Let's give feedback, because that's what the simulator does. Gives a ginormous amount of feedback if you want it, or you can just hit
you
the
could
ball
make it as simple as you
and
want.
play away, and no big deal. I think there's a pivot. There's that, fulcrum where, okay, now we've tipped the scales. Like, okay, great. Now we have enough people playing golf. Now we have enough people who know about simulators. Now this will take off. Because from a female's perspective, I feel like that's what's happened as well. Women started playing more golf, and now women who are playing golf, and so more of us are playing. So at our club in particular, our women's league has grown tremendously over the last 2 to 3 years. And I was telling Parker that our simulator golf has not. I mean, we just started last year, but the guys had 20 teams of 2, and the girls had 9. I'm like, why is that? Well, different dynamics going on, but I think the more we play, then the higher the percentage of people who will end up playing in those leagues too.
Absolutely.
When they learn how much fun it is.
Well, I said absolutely, and it just goes with the thing. If they start playing, whether it's a lot or not, if they start really enjoying it,
Yeah.
then they want to keep playing it more. Well,
Right.
how do you keep playing it more? Well, now there's offerings
Indoor or outdoor.
indoor when it's cold or when it's way too hot. There's a way to keep doing the game that so many of us love when it's not ideal for us outside.
Well, here's the thing
And-
about
You don't have to lose a golf ball.
right.
Hey! Thank you, Lord.
Because here's the thing about simulator golf that it
That's a
took
sell.
me a while to wrap my brain around, and that is I can still get feedback on my shot, right? And feedback is so important to golfers, and I think once people kind of get beyond that and play a good simulator system like the TrackMan, like here at the Golf Hut, I think you will continue to gain an appreciation and watch your game progress, because it used to. So Rick Navarro is a big name in our golf community. Rick Navarro, back in the early 80s, back when Mike Kennedy and I had the very first sports talk show in Wichita, Rick Navarro had a golf simulator. It was just too much
In the
before its
80s?
time. Yes,
Oh,
in the
gosh.
early 80s.
That seems
People
really
could
early.
just not wrap their brain around this idea
Well, and I'm sure
of
the graphics weren't very good
Yeah,
either.
they probably weren't very good.
Watch a movie from the 80s and watch a movie
Yeah.
from
Oh, yeah.
2026. Totally
And so,
different.
again, from a golfer, it took me a while the simulator game had to drag me along, because I am all about history and formality and golf is that, right? But once I really understood that I could see the feedback from my shot just like I could out on a grass golf course, I was bought in.
Just with numbers. I mean, I think
Yeah.
that depends on.
Well,
I
not
see.
only just numbers, but,
But now
just
there's
visually.
video. Now there's video and
visually
visual.
seeing
It's not just
that,
numbers.
wow, I hit it within 10 feet of that pin. The swing felt good. The numbers
Mm-hmm.
looked good. And I was rewarded.
Then you can repeat that. My
That's a little
favorite
hard about golf, unfortunately.
is repeating.
Yeah.
No kidding. No kidding.
It's
I agree with that.
It's a lovely
Except the
game
bad
that we
shots.
try to
I
play.
repeat the bad shots
Yeah.
over and over
A lot.
again. Why
I do
is it
too.
easier to repeat the bad shots than the good ones? One of the things I
A four-letter word.
Yeah, golf.
Correct.
One of the things I really love about simulator golf is the blue line. I mean, TrackMan's kind of famous for that, right? The blue line that shows you where the ball's going. But for me, I love that kind of feedback. Without the numbers, just watching that blue line and where it goes and how it bounces and how it responds, rolls.
It's a visual thing. Like I said,
I love that.
people love visuals, and that helps visualize it a little bit better.
I'm a kinetic
I mean,
learner.
even outside, it's cool.
Yeah.
You can kind of see, but you're still looking at a really small
Tiny.
white pet.
Most of my friends can't follow their ball.
So
We have to follow it for them.
I have a couple people who have come in here, like I can at least see it in here because
Yeah.
the line.
Yeah.
When I'm outside, I got to tell everybody else to watch it for
Exactly.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can find
So,
it.
All right, the answer to this question can't be Woody Austin.
okay.
Okay?
I don't know
That's
what
the rule of this question. Who's the best golfer that most people would not expect to walk through your doors?
Oh, that would not expect to walk through
Yeah.
my doors?
The best golfer.
That I could have maybe a very small possibility of walking through,
No,
or
that have.
somebody
completely
has. Or
unrealistic.
that somebody already
Yeah,
has.
they might
has
surprise
anybody
people.
come through the doors? He
That-
didn't ask the question.
I mean, not
Who's the
really.
anybody
best
come
golfer?
through the doors that
Not crazy, not
no.
like that.
Okay. Would he bring any of his friends?
I mean, we've had some professional like bowlers and stuff. But, I mean,
What?
one's named. We've had EJ Tackett swing
Yes.
by. We've had Packy. I always butcher
Yeah.
his last name, Hammerhan. Or
Yeah.
But now, same point to that question though. That hasn't. But if was ever, let's just say somehow in Derby, where I could maybe have a small chance, would be Jack.
Oh, wouldn't that be?
Because my mom and Barbara and got somewhat closer in the '07 President's Cup.
Oh,
So-
he's looking at a banner up
Yeah,
on the
there's
wall
a
from the
flag
President's
up
Cup
there.
2007.
Oh, there's a banner
The-
of that,
the-
but not
the
a picture
flag.
of your dad in the.
No, we have
Right.
them all over the place. I'll show you in the back room where we work.
Pictures of
we
Dad.
have him when he fell in the water and stuff
Yeah,
on the
that's-
wall.
Yeah,
But if he was somehow in Derby, there would probably be a chance because
Because they have a connection, a family connection.
Yeah,
The
so,
relationship, again, is what we're talking about
yes,
here.
we've
The connection.
he's actually signed some flags with our logo on them for us.
Oh, very
cool.
So
Oh, that's
if
cool.
there was a small chance, if he was somehow here, I could maybe
Okay,
get him
if
to
his
walk in.
plane was
Yeah,
going over
see, his plane
Kansas and
needs
had an
service.
emergency
Yeah,
landing,
yeah,
or he has
exactly.
assessment
yeah,
at the
because
citation
I'm sure
center.
you're watching and listening.
In terms
Come to
of
Wichita for some service on your airplane.
in terms of anybody in the area, I mean, there's not a lot of pros that reside here anymore,
Right.
Yeah.
obviously.
Right.
So it would just
Has
be.
Adam Hadwin been here? We'll invite him over.
My dad. See, most of our connections are with the older guys because of our dad.
Well,
we don't
true.
know a lot of the
Yeah.
younger
Oh,
guys,
yeah.
Yeah.
unless they're like real young. Because we have
Yeah.
my brother's best friends actually on the Americas tour right now. So
Okay.
Cool.
when they're in town, some of them will swing by. But
Awesome.
so it's fun, but
That is
not
fun.
nobody crazy
Not
by
yet.
any means.
All right, we'll check back with you on that.
right.
All right, lightning round. What?
Oh, I wanted to ask this one.
Okay.
No, the funniest thing that's ever happened in your bay.
In the bay.
In the bay.
Oh, funniest.
I've done some really dumb things in the bay before.
I'm trying to think of the.
Well, you didn't say
funny-
dumb, you said funny.
I did say funny.
And not all dumb is funny.
No,
I
no,
mean-
but he
Some
of
just
your dumb
pronounced
is
it to be funny.
I mean, personally, and because like I said, bad shots happen. I mean, I've shanked one. I mean, it's
Doug!
when you're just inside. it's
Partners
kinda
on the
funny.
tee!
I have done that before. It was like bounced off almost all four walls. It's like, oh my god.
I mean,
what
there's
happened?
always something. I mean, any of the friendly banter we have during leagues is usually pretty
Oh,
funny.
with somebody smart now.
Oh, I mean,
Somebody's mouth
there's-
going.
I mean, if you have the right company, anything can be funny.
Oh,
Anything.
I
isn't that
mean,
true?
It's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say probably that, or like if somebody we know hits something like really bad that we
You're
know
like,
they're not used to, and we just laugh
Yeah.
and
Dying. Bust a gut.
stuff. But yeah, no, there's been some interesting stuff. Funny, not funny.
And you can't get away with much because they're all right here. We're sitting
yeah.
here watching.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, but
Yeah,
no, it's
no.
I would say any of the form of really ugly shots that you
Ugly
somehow
shots. Oh gosh, yes. Like,
We'd fit
how
right
real?
in.
Yeah, I
or the,
would.
or the
Right
friendly
in.
banter.
I've done it.
Yeah.
I've done it.
And that's another thing you get with a small shot. Like I said, when I talked about service earlier and building the connection, any of the regulars can come in and we can just have a random about anything.
Yeah.
How cool is that?
Or just
Yeah.
give them a little
Cool.
slight
Yeah.
jab here and there. They'll jab right
Sure.
back.
That's fun.
It's such a better atmosphere, and it just makes it so much better.
That's cool.
All right, I call this the lightning round. Fast questions, short answers. Are you ready?
Don't even have to think.
All right,
All right, you get no points and you like it.
that's fine.
Okay.
I'm ready.
Best grass course you've ever played.
Grass course, probably Pebble, just because I've played it once.
Dream simulator course that you've played.
Dream Simulator that I've played, probably any of the open courses that are overseas because I don't really get a fly to Europe all the time.
Yeah, you can't get a direct flight there very quick.
Probably St. Andrews. I've walked it, but I haven't played it. But I played it on the simulator.
Cool.
Favorite golf club in your bag
Putter,
today?
putter or driver?
Putter.
Putter.
Yeah, you
Driver.
drove it well today in our
Interesting.
simulator round. Walk or ride?
Nowadays, ride, but I think for the actual true game of golf, walk.
Music or silence?
I'm a big music guy. I don't like it being dead silent. I
How
don't like my own
loud?
thoughts.
How loud?
However loud I feel necessary at the time.
I'm like, am I going to hear it on my patio when you're coming down
I
the
wouldn't
18th
say
fairway?
it's that loud. No.
Okay.
But I just this game already, like I said, you already think enough. I don't
No,
want
I
to think.
agree.
I want something to distract me.
A distraction.
Match play or stroke play?
I really like match play, but obviously for the typical game, stroke. But I think there should be more match play events. I'll put it that way.
Pebble Beach or St. Andrews?
I think St. Andrews is cooler.
Who's more competitive, you or your brother?
Me. I literally can't. It could be a.
Can't shut it off.
It could be an Uno game, and I'm
on it.
getting competitive. So,
Okay.
How old were you when you first beat your dad?
well, this year. So what am I? 28. That I can officially be
What have
on
you held
record.
on for a long
Officially
time?
on record for sure this year. So 28, but it's okay.
All right. So, if your dad, Woody Austin, walked in today, what's the first thing that he would critique?
Like about what? The
Anything.
store? Anything?
Anything.
Oh, I don't know.
fact that you haven't tied your shoes, that I don't even have shoes on.
He wouldn't care about that. It would be actually. Here's the thing. If he went into that back room and there wasn't Dr. Pepper in the fridge,
oh, he's a Dr. Pepper fan.
he would probably be a little irritated. He loves Dr. Pepper. So anytime he's here, we have to make sure Dr. Pepper's here.
Okay, there you go.
So there's a random one that you probably wouldn't think about.
That's a good one.
Wouldn't know that.
I like
and
that.
you don't know
Loves
that
his
until you
Dr.
ask.
Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Loves his Dr.
Okay.
Pepper. All right, one piece of advice for someone thinking about trying simulator golf for the first time.
I mean, it's really cliche. You can't knock anything until you try it.
That's true.
That's the biggest thing. Like I said, you never know. You might surprise yourself. It's cost efficient, too, if you're worried about the cost. It's a little bit cheaper than it is to go play around a golf.
Way cheaper to be a member of a golf club, and way cheaper to play a round of golf, out on the course.
Especially if you're just starting out, too, and you're I think it's one of the best. You don't got to worry about losing a golf ball. Obviously, it feels like there's more eyes on you, but there's really not. So I think it's one of the best ways to start, too.
I hope Alex isn't watching this. I may have to, change my mind about his birthday present.
Alex, our daughter's boyfriend. So obsessed with golf.
Yes.
Parker, thank you for being
so
on the
much fun.
podcast today. This has been a lot of fun. We may have to revisit this because you've opened up a whole lot of other discussion points I think we could have a lot of fun talking about. But seriously, thank you and your brother for this endeavor here in Derby, Kansas.
Exciting.
The Golf Hut. I encourage anybody in the area to please come by. I think you'll be happy you did. Their pro shop is amazing. Their simulators. You've got so much room to operate and play and swing. They've got golf clubs. Parker will give you a great golf lesson. So we very much thank him for that. Our sponsor for today's episode is Friends University. At Friends, they have more than 60 degree options. They have scholarships for every single undergraduate, and they are the top-ranked Christian college in the state of Kansas. Visit them today at friends.edu. That's friends.edu. We also want to thank Scott Nelson at Ameriprise Financial for being a sponsor of the Divot and the Diva, where experience meets curiosity. Tap like if this episode made your day a little brighter, and subscribe so the next episode finds you. We drop new episodes about every 3 weeks or so. Again, thanks to Parker and his time for us today. Remember, play golf fast, play it fair, collect friends along the way, and be sure to join us next time on the Divot and
The Diva. Bye now.